Hey Damien.
How's everybody doing today? My name's Damien Hayes, and I'm here to, this is like one of my first video podcasts. I'm really excited about this. So, the first topic I'm going to be going over is insecurities and how to deal with them. So I'd like you to know that throughout this year, plenty of my insecurities have been surfacing, and I've been having to work on some stuff. So, with all of this work I've been doing on myself, I kind of wanted to share some of these methods or techniques or things to think about to hopefully help you with your insecurities. And so again, so like insecurities, all of us have them. We all have insecurities, and for us there are feelings of unworthiness. There are feelings of where we're not good enough. There are these emotions or sensations that tell us we're lacking, that we are just simply not good enough as a person as a whole. So, and essentially they tend to come from our past experiences, or generally people, somebody along the way told you that you weren't good enough and you believed it somehow or some way. And that became a part of you. You believed it, you took on whatever they said. I guess that's me. I guess I am not good enough. Here's the standard and here's me according to this person, and I'm going to take that and run with it. And unfortunately we do that. And you know, it can be a negative person, or it could even be just a very negative environment. If you're in a very negative environment for a long time, it can essentially rewire your brain. So, we can have negative environments, either a childhood, we could have a very negative childhood, or we could even, as adults, get into very bad relationships, and long-term bad relationships can rewire your brain just as much. So now, again, talking about this rewiring of the brain, or neural pathways, so to speak. So, thing is like neural pathways in our brain. So, I like to give the analogy of walking a path in the woods. You walk a path long enough, eventually it will become a very, noticeable path. It's not just a clearing that you kind of walk through. If you walk a certain path every day, you're getting rid of all the weeds and the grass, and eventually you will have a path that you can walk. And your brain does the same. Your brain does the same, essentially. So if you're thinking about something over and over again, you are reinstilling those neural pathways. Practice makes perfect, right? You're playing an instrument, you're playing guitar, you do your scales every day. If you're playing basketball, you shoot free throws every day, and you are instilling those neural pathways to get stronger and stronger in your brain. Now, this also works with abuse or being in a negative environment. And so the thing is that even when you're finally separated from that negative environment, your brain still has the neural networking of said negative environment. And so now you're in a brand new situation, and you're acting as though you're in this old situation. Generally, it's not appropriate now. So, and so that's one of the problems is you have this bad childhood, now you're an adult, and something happens and you start freaking out. You're not really supposed to. Or you've been in a really bad relationship, and now you're in a brand new one, and you're treating this new person like the old one. Again, not appropriate. So, what do we do? What do we do about these negative emotions? What do we do with these insecurities? How can we really work on them to learn a lesson, or to at least get rid of it and not have it affect us so badly? So one of my first things that I have to do is acknowledge and validate my emotion. It's okay to feel what you feel. And so what are you going to do about it, though? I mean, a lot of times you start feeling these emotions, and again, we act inappropriately. We start punishing people for other people's past experiences, and I don't like doing that. And I've noticed within myself I can do that, and it's not appropriate. So we get to use these opportunities to notice it and start to learn and grow and separate ourselves from it. So again, validate it. Validate the emotion. I'm sad. I'm angry. I'm very depressed. I'm crazy anxious right now. It doesn't matter what it is. Validate it, because it's okay to feel what you feel. It's always, okay to feel your feelings, but what do you do with them once these feelings arise? That's where the challenge comes in. And so, you start asking yourself, what am I feeling? Am I feeling angry? Am I feeling sad? Am I feeling weak, helpless? And then start asking why. I know for me, my reactions are a great indicator. So like, for example, anger. When anger arises, I'm usually angry for something totally different, like that isn't tied to me so much toward insecurities, as in, like, for myself, I know that I'm feeling insecure when I want to find another adult that's going to tell me it's all going to be okay. Like, essentially I'm finding my mom in life. I want to find my mom and go, is it going to be okay? And then they go, yeah, it's all going to be okay. I'm always looking for that adultier adult other than myself. But guess what? I'm the adult now. I don't get to go find mom or dad and clutch to their pants and say, make it better. I get to be that. Fun, right? So again, you validate your emotions. Of course you feel this way. All children who weren't loved feel that way. Of course you feel that way. People who've been abused feel that way. It's acceptable to feel those emotions. So after you validate it, you start, you remind yourself, again, it's okay to feel these emotions. Oh, first of all, you validate it. What am I feeling? Remind yourself it's okay to feel these emotions. And then once you finally got to that and you kind of know what you're feeling and why you're feeling it, probably because of some past experience that's making you feel this way in this new situation, you then finally get the chance to rewrite your script. You can flip the script, so to speak. You have to remind yourself that now you're an adult. You are a powerful individual, that you can make a difference, you can change, you can heal, you can grow. And so, I really kind of like this scripting and whatnot. So like when these emotions start to arise, sometimes they just hit you, like when you've been trying to hold a water balloon or a balloon underwater, and then it finally surfaces, it just punches you in the face, regardless. So you start getting used to these sensations of these emotions moving upwards. You validate the emotion first of all, because it's okay to feel this. Never feel ashamed for feeling your emotions. And then secondly, start asking yourself, why am I feeling this? I'm in this situation, but yet I feel like I'm 3 years old, but I'm not 3. So again, then you kind of start going back, okay, well, here's why I feel this way. My dad never paid attention to me. My dad was home but unavailable, always on the computer, always at work. Or maybe they're just gone completely. Or maybe your parents were addicts or alcoholics and they were abusive. Or you had, again, a previous spouse or partner, maybe a narcissist that just totally rewired you, messed you up. It's okay. So you get to re-script this stuff. Again, of course you feel that way. All children who weren't loved feel this way. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. Remember that too. Whatever happened to you wasn't your fault. It was other people doing things to you that unfortunately you now get to deal with. But you didn't deserve that abuse. You didn't deserve that neglect. You didn't deserve that. And remind yourself that you didn't deserve that. And then you get to start reparenting yourself. Here's where I'm coming in and, learning how to reparent myself. I get to be the love that I thought I always wanted. I get to be that now. So I have to mother myself. I have to reparent myself. And essentially pretend that little Damian's walking up to me going, Damian, there's a problem. And most of the time we just go tell ourselves, oh, well, you're a loser and you deserve it. But if a little kid came up to you and said, I'm having a difficult time here, we as compassionate adults would hopefully hold the child, hug the child, validate the child, and help it along its way. Now we get to do that to ourselves. You got this little inner kid in you that just wants to be loved and be happy and play. And you have to address that inner child within you. You get to parent yourself now. And that's the thing, is not everybody else knows how you need to be loved except you. Hence where it comes in that you get to start loving yourself, reparenting yourself, empowering yourself, because only you really know how you need to be loved. And you might find another partner that could be an amazing partner, but let's face it, all of our partners fall short. All of our best friends disappoint us somehow. I disappoint myself all the time, so how can I expect anybody else to make me happy 100% of the time? Okay, so again, you have to reparent yourself, love yourself the way you wish you had been loved, because again, you didn't deserve that abuse, and you are worthy of love. And so, and I'm not perfect. My insecurities still get to me all the time. I'm 35, and I still sometimes feel like a 4-year-old kid. But so these are the processes I'm using, and I'm still in the middle of it. I'm not saying I'm perfect or have it all figured out, but these are methods that are helping me grow, and I hope that these methods can help you grow. And so again, you have to learn to love yourself every day. It's a practice, just like I practice guitar every day, or just like a basketball player does free throws every day. You have to practice loving yourself. And the cool thing is that over time, your weakness can become one of your greatest strengths. For example, I have some abandonment issues, and I hate the feeling of being isolated, of being alone, of being not important, and that can make me feel so small and weak and helpless. And I'm really tired of these emotions. So it's like, again, I get to reparent myself, remind myself that I am a capable, loving, wonderful person, worthy of love, worthy to be loved. And so again, over time, your weakness can become your greatest strength. And I'm sharing this mainly because I want everybody to live a life free of your insecurities so that you can do whatever you want to do to the fullest. I've seen this on the internet a lot lately. If you want to fly, sometimes you got to let go of the shit that's holding you down. And unfortunately, a lot of our insecurities can hold us down. And so hopefully this can be a method or a practice that you can start implementing that will allow you to let go of this old gross baggage so that you could just soar in life. So again, rewrite your script. Rewrite your script. One more time, I'm going to say you got to validate your emotions. And so figure out where they're coming from, and then remind yourself that, of course I feel this way, but I'm an adult, or I am divine. I can create my reality. I can create my future. I can rewrite my script. I don't want any of you to ever feel unworthy anymore, and I want you to start building yourself up. When we can build ourselves up, then we can finally start building others up as well. So I just encourage you to do this hard inner work. If you need help, please reach out to me. I'd be glad. Most of you that are going to read this or hear this know me. So please just hit me up if you have to. But regardless, I hope some of these concepts or thoughts help you out so that you can become a free, wonderful, loving human, not held back by your insecurities anymore. So much love, and I will speak with you soon.
Hey, Damien.